Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. In the studio today, I need some time to clean up. It is the way that I am able to kind of clarify and organize things in this little brain of mine and put together the program for next week. And I've got, my brushes and there's this kind of stuff. And, in this little tiny space, if you have a little bit of stuff piled up, everything gets or feels uncomfortable. I like to have a tidy space. Um, because it just it settles my mind, and I'm able to work better, and I'm able to focus better, and I'm able to connect better. So I've got some things that I really, really need to take care of today. The first one is I just realized that my passport has expired um, last month, but uh, I do have 6 months leeway to to get it renewed, but I have to do that right away, right away, right away. I thought it was another 3 years, and I don't know why. My driver's license is another 3 years. So I got them confused and wasn't worried about it and didn't even look because, the passport is, not something that I carry around with me and look at and use. So anyways, I had to take care of that and get all the paperwork and, have it printed out and you got to do all the things and send it and blah, 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 blah. So that's number one. And then I, after I clean up this mess, there's more over there that you guys can't see right now. You know, you can take a look, all the stuff. Um, I also need to upload the next session of the painting of this one back here, the final details, and it's a teaching video. It's going up on the group in my Facebook page of the people who are with me on this 3-month course, and getting ready to launch um, the next 3-month course, which will begin after the holidays in January. So if anybody's interested in that, get in touch with me. I also have, oh, I forgot. Yeah, taking care of the commission of this beautiful collie and, working on fixing up the back. I don't know if you can kind of see that. So I gesso the back to hold down the backing and add a piece of it's thick drawing paper. And I I gesso it to hold it in place, so it glues it down, and then I will paint the back, probably a burnt sienna color that will, match the painting, and then I, write the title of the painting, the size, the materials used, and a thank you for this person who has commissioned it from me. So I have that to do, and here I'm working on some paintings. This was interesting. Last night, I started this painting as an example to show my students in the course that how to paint a foreground that's, a field of wild grass or wheat, and, the stages of putting a foreground together. And I started out painting it, and, um, this is a difficult part for me because I get I want everything to look good right away, right? I have a really hard time allowing it to be abstract and, not look good, right? It's an ego type of validation that I want, like, I'm doing a good job on this painting. And when I started this one last night, I was looking at it going, "Oh, this is awful. How am I gonna fix this? How am I gonna teach this?" And had that moment of, "Okay, wait a minute, Vita. Just hold on." In every painting, in the first layers, the same thing happens. I always look at it and it's like, "Oh, yeah, this doesn't look like it doesn't look like my reference photo. This doesn't look, like a finished painting." And I have this, um, need, I always have, to, um to have it be done and finished and looking good. So it's a form of perfectionism, or the form of perfectionism, I'm not quite sure, but I'm aware of it, so I'm always working with it. So it was a great thing because I was painting this area in here and going, "Mhm," and teaching the levels, starting, how to start out, and then, working the brush strokes and how that might work depending on what you're painting, to help move the eye, and, all the things that I talk about. And I just I just, sat with it, and as soon as I let go of my ego reaction, right, of, "Oh my god, this isn't good enough," um then, of course, I reconnected to that creative flow, to my creativity, to whatever that is, and then it all began to come together. And another thing that happened in this particular demonstration that I was doing was that I started with a foreground. I mean, I was just gonna do foregrounds without any kind of sky or background, just foreground. And my process of painting is from the sky. I mean, I go background to foreground, and this time I was going foreground to background. And that was a very interesting twist on my, habitual process, and I learned quite a bit, and I was jarred just enough to learn a few things, right? And, to kind of throw myself off. And the good thing about it was that I successfully put together, uh, this this little, first layer, this landscape, uh, by starting forward and moving back. And it was new. And anything that you do that's new, is unsettling and a bit, exciting, and a bit, can I do it? And you get that whole, uh, uh, energy of, um, uh, ambition, of a sense of, competition. I can't actually find the right word right now. And that was fun. I mean, I could have gotten lost in the, "Oh my god, this is gonna be bad," or, I'll just let it go and say, "Okay, Vita, painting after painting after painting after painting, the hundreds of paintings that I've done, if not thousands, by now, that this is the process." And see how we are so stuck in, in that, in our habits, our lifelong habits. Uh, But if you're aware of them, then you can stop yourself and let it go, and then other things happen, and that's the cool thing because you know that you can change. And, the last thing on my list is to, organize for this next week coming up. I've got lots to do, finish these paintings, both of them, and, just finish them and upload them for my courses, and, that's plenty in itself, but I also have to do, some of the other things, like plan out my next Tuesday podcast and, what I might be talking about in that, and, doing another video, a YouTube video, and, perhaps that one will be on materials, but I have promised that I will do another one on the Fibonacci sequence, so if I can manage, I'll do 2 videos this week, if possible. Otherwise, I will focus on 1, the Fibonacci sequence or the golden ratio and how that works in a painting, is pretty much what I'm gonna do. So, yeah, that's it, and, I need to take a trip up to see, my mom up in, Baidojori, and it's cold today, and it actually snowed up there today, so that's kind of fun. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So I've gone way over my normal time. This is definitely not under 10 minutes, but it's Sunday, right? So yeah, I'm going to get started. Everyone have a beautiful week, and I will see you tomorrow.